on there.
Well, Closer's just going to walk past. Let's control ward down. Spots this one out. 50% on this Baron right now. As Kyle's probably going to get the bad news. Oh, hasn't got a ward in there yet. There it goes, but it might just be too late. Closer immediately coming down. Willer, can you get in there? The answer's no. Cleared. Successful heist. The fadeaway prison as well. We'll make sure the Akali can't follow up. And oh man, Life Esports, it's a bit late, but they finally figure something out and make it happen.
Oh, truly, as Sandbox, you're going to feel a little bit annoyed about that one. Initially, you read the play, you get a great fight, get the dragon, and you're like, okay, let's make sure, throw in Ezreal. And then Hanwha's like, they're not going to check twice. That's how Hanwha Life also won their first game against Guangdong Freaks.
And also, like, look at the power spikes hit for both Viper and Zeka. Like, it's obscene damage potential from this Azir and the Zeri. And Live Sandbox have a comp that kind of does get outscaled. Cliv just going to throw another Nani in ultimate. But that's fine. You may as well just fish.
Yeah, the flash involved.
The flash was odd.
Was not it. The ult throwing, I'm definitely fine with. And Sandbox, no, we need a brawl. We can't sit here and macro. And I think Hanwha Life identified that as well. And their call is, we're just not going to ever actually commit to anything. We're just going to pull you across the map. Because so far, Sandbox doesn't really seem to have an answer for that. Ow. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, Cyclone at the ready. Here's Emperor's Divide just to get rid of the Wukong. He's not dead just yet. The grenade sails by majestically as Zeka goes golden. Birdle now running away from King, and Counter-Strike's going to lock him in place. Clid would really like an ultimate right about now and can't even find the permafrost just yet. So, no one to die. No one really having very much else left available. Two flashes up for Live Sandbox, but no ultimates to speak of. Few flashes are going to be there for Hanwha Life Esports as now, look at this Baron just disappear. Willer gets in there, but nothing really going to happen. He goes golden, but I think inside the pit, and he's not going to be able to get out Kingen. Also going to fall extraordinarily low, but he has a GA available. Okay, Viper has to use his stopwatch as now Zeka at full health. He's going to have to be the one to carry this fight. Closer now finds the backline. Zeka just doing 1,000,000 damage per auto attack, but it's a triple kill for Envy. And now Zeka needs to try and do it. Can he? The answer is no, as it's a quadra-kill ace for Envy.
Envy wanted to change the opinion of him within the LCK after game number 1 that they played. Definitely not the case, but maybe this is it. The minions are shoving. Wheeler is up in 15 seconds. The main question is, can Sandbox actually end? 15 seconds on life. Envy and Bill, they're going to try. They got to. If they can get this win, that's huge for this team.
Yep, 12 seconds on life, but I don't know whether he's going to be enough in order to make this one happen.
It's about Viper.
Yeah, it's 2 Nexus turrets. Remember, Envy does a lot of turret damage. With this Ezreal, they are going to be able to take at least both Nexus turrets down as now Life. Can you actually defend is the question, as they're going to focus the Nexus and Live Sandbox. I think they've done it as Birdle. Yes! And Live Sandbox will win game 1.
Didn't see that one coming. Oh, and if you love a comeback story, you have got to love this game.
Oh my goodness, that was looking like Live Sandbox had packed it up. They're like, oh, we've been outscaled, we're struggling, we can't make anything happen, we've given up objective after objective, our base is in tatters, and then they won the game. That's basically how this one went. Envy also, he didn't die at all that game. I mean, not a lot really happened throughout the game, but that quadra kill until the end was almost all of his kill participation throughout.
I'm gonna immediately. I had to go for closer.
Hello and welcome to this space, and this is a very special space, of course, because it is the Lunar New Year. Happy Lunar New Year to all of you guys out there. I am Valdez. With me, of course, we do have, you may have noticed, a very special guest alongside of Wolf. It is, of course, Huni. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Nice to meet you guys all, and it's my first time doing it. It's gonna be fun. Really looking forward to having you here on the desk. We got a pro, guys, and he's going to bring all of his insights here on Sundays every week.
Yeah, it's really, really awesome to have him here, of course. And as you guys may have noticed, also at the casters, we are wearing the traditional hanbok here from Korea, so that's why we are dressed like this. But enough about
That's coming through here.
Yep, Willett taken down to about 50% here, as you can see. So, Clid taking a lot of damage. Willett, Arctic Assault. Clid is just dead to start this one off. Kyle's going to pick up the kill. The Drake still leashed at the same time, so no smite available. Hanwha Life Esports, they have to back away. And now, Life and Viper in trouble as well. There's a Piggy coming down. Viper wanting to defend his Lulu. Decent work there, but still, big advantage, Live Sandbox this point in time.
Really, really nicely done by Wheeler. This is what I was afraid of.
Yeah, once again, another chain is going to connect here as perfect execution, and he manages to get the 1-for-1. And I think, as well, kind of wins out on the trade, given the fact that the minions are going to die under the turret.
I'd agree. Overall, think you take that trade.
Lucky on that front, as Clid's going to dive on forward. They might even be able to get a steal here, but he's a bit early. Gets the heal available, but he's still going to fall down. Now Bertel just chasing after them. The Grand Challenge comes in, but the Giga Blast Cone is going to come through. Kyle down relatively low, and the Cassante can't really do anything. And that is going to be Hanwha Life losing out on that trade humongously. Shirley going to go over to Live Sandbox as well.
And you have the dive buddies. You can pull this trigger with the rest of your team, and it's this type of disjointedness that is causing Hanwha Life so much issues, right? I think Clid trying to go in there, idea is right. If you can zone out Kael, a huge damage source, then good for you, but you need to make sure that Kingen and Zeka dive with you right in that second, because otherwise this happens, they lose their front line, Radiant Virtue doesn't get any value, and then the rest of Liv Sandbox is going to stand there and go, well, Heimer is still alive. Like,
yeah,
what do we care?
Well, let's have a look at them not caring once again. As I believe Envy doesn't have ultimate at this point in time, and that was, I think, the go button for Clid.
You gotta wait, right? Zeka's teleporting in. Kingwin is roaming from the top side. You gotta be on point with these trigger pulls. The fact that Kael stays alive throughout all of that also, again, hats off to him as we're fighting again.
Yeah, another Ignite to go down here as Zeka. Perfect execution. Gonna be used. Lands the chains beautifully and gets the solo kill. This is an exciting mid lane matchup.
Oh.
I like this one.
If Hanwha Life lose this game, which I think is still possible, I already know what the top comments are going to be. Which is, please, someone free Zeka from the shackles, because individually this guy is really trying to get himself
the actual
in the best.
IRL Silas, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, he's unchained, but the rest of his team is still
a real
locked
difficult
up.
one. So
But
Zeka,
there.
he's looking to try and teleport in. He teleports right on top. They put a ward down and just get it there. He can't steal it away, can Clid, but he flashes out of the pit. Permafrost comes on in. Kyle down very, very low. Zeka trying to run out of this one, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. The chains, they land, but they do nothing, and Closer gets revenge.
And it's one man against the world, and the world's getting Hanwha Life, or should I say Zeka, down here. Liv Sandbox completely revitalized. You can see the faces, you can see the comms. They're looking happy, they're feeling good overall now. Picking up a Baron last time, not getting the most out of that. Very, very important, and this time around they actually accelerate the game beyond what it was last time. But very clearly, if you kill Zeka, you win the game. The rest of Hanwha Life right now just doesn't seem to be able to provide a lot, and this play here initially, I think, really showcases that if Hanwha Life does not get...
Going to go completely wide. Not finding any chains at all, but Envy's still absolutely dead. Really nicely done there from Viper on the follow-up, as now they just need to grab Bertel as well. He's going to present himself as a target as Viper's going to skate after him. There's the flash. Bertel still there, lying in wait in the brush, but he'll just take a stray Q to the face. And that is a dead Fiora. And I think Hanwha Life Esports have turned it all around, and they will be able to pick up this game number 2.
They don't have a wave though, so my Dutch game got a little bit too early because they can't actually.
Oh, I really took it and ran with it. I'm sorry there, man.
Yeah, I mean, I
joined you.
I thought they would, but there's no wave, so actually they can't.
I mean, maybe it's just not game yet. Maybe that was the game-ending moment. Maybe
I am not. As much as I would like to claim it, I am not pre-signed. I am not aware of whether that was the game ending. It's definitely a great moment for Hanwha Life. As
you didn't see the VOD?
No, that's not how it works, Atlas.
Not the same situation here for Kale, who has to break his stopwatch. Now Viper moving very, very quickly, but Bertel's going to find his way into the fight. The ultimate has been popped. There's the Wild Growth. as well as Viper moves back behind the rest of his team. Kingen going down very low, but he has the stone plate, and it's a double kill for the Silas so far. The Zeri's going to pick up one, though, and it's Viper that finishes off the fight. 2 pairs here for Humble Life Esports as they complete the ace, and they will bring us to a game number 3.
And in the end, it is of, again, a pick found by Zeka. Easiest POG vote of my season thus far. And Hanwha Life, they get the win. But looking at these two teams, I still feel like this team has got to go back and go, guys, we need to change something up. Because what we're doing, if we're barely scraping by against Liv Sandbox, a team that T plus Kia completely dismantled, then what happens when we face T plus Kia?
That's a very good point.
But this man,
LPL and LCK kind of fight for the best Ezreals, as Closer going to get the flash out of Zeka very quickly. Zeka just not wanting to mess around whatsoever with Willer making his way in.
Oh, do note here, Willer, his bot side camps are up. Is going to go in here on top of Clid.
Yeah, he's just trying to walk it out here. Does, yeah, just going to fall down. Take me through what happened there, Chronicler.
Well, I don't know. Personally, I was expecting Clid to flash. And he might have made the call, which I think could be true, that he was dead anyway. But I think at the very least you want to force Willer's flash as well. Maybe he's in an off position. Kingen was not in the worst state. Neither was Zeka. Could look for a possible collapse. But yeah, just kind of takes it. Level 3, obviously, for Wukong. Really, really strong. Has the extra attack speed on his E. Is able to get in, as we saw there, a lot of damage within the armor shred, so Sejuani kind of turns into toast. Also, this is a phase rush, Sejuani. No aftershock available, so resistance is...
There is no ulti available for Clid. Let's see whether they can lock this one down. He does manage to get the stun. Hop timing is good for the buffering. Winter's Wrath comes in as now Kingen's in trouble. One more would have been enough, but Bertle's not going to bite off more than he can chew, and that's a failed dive for Humble Life.
Can't be disjointed, right? The fact that Birdo was able to actually get his hop off, very nicely done. As Kingen, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, Mega Nah going to be there, and Kingen's like, why is all this health back? He knows exactly why, of course, but still. Going to be a bit of back is going to come through for the Crocodile.
I mean, if Birdo goes near the brush, but I'm seeing things, yeah, he suspects it. Now knows, will be completely fine. And that might actually... I was about to say that might actually...
Would really require, right?
I don't think it's just the LCK. Right? Like, it feels to me like this is something that plagues every region.
Are you saying that 100 Thieves is not going to achieve phenomenal things this year?
I don't like the position you put me in, Atlas. I'm not going to respond.
Well, Zeka, he just doesn't like his Sense Hold. Just going to give a bit of a thumbs up there as Bertle is going to throw an ultimate. Clid just says, I'm here, and then leaves. And we are going to see it all disengage.
So, Atlas, you want to talk about your completely unwarranted random shade towards 100 Thieves? Like, what's going on there?
No, I just think it's a super team, and I'm worried.
Are you worried? Or
yeah, just in general. Like, when someone says super team, I think of 2017 KT.
Nah.
Pretty colossal. Shot barrage goes wide, though, and Clid tanking up the turret for a little while longer. Doesn't want to stay there for too long, as now Willer's going to turn up. Cyclone just finds no joy at all. And Viper now taking things into his own hands. Actually hits every ability. And Bertle going to have to back away. Oh, man. This is the Viper game. Are you feeling it? Are you starting to feel the Vipering happening?
I'm feeling the Vipering. It's Vipering or Closering. Those are the two options. He's going to walk in.
Yeah, Kingen does find himself the Ravenous Predator. Ruthless Predator, sorry. But Closer's still going to make it to his inner turret. Clid is clearing a ward.
Still no one has died. Baron might. Maybe. I don't know if I agree with this, Humble Life. Like, tried it before.
That's super team, and therefore escapes the super team title.
And
the
curse.
Oh, that's gorgeous. So Morgan's definitely the top laner.
For you, yeah, that doesn't surprise
I'd put Karis in the mid lane. Umpty's probably my jungler, and I'd put Henna as the AD carry.
I know what you're doing, Atlas.
Probably Effort.
No.
I think Effort would be the support.
I want a genuine answer.
No, that's it. That's probably my not super team right there.
You are unbelievable.
You
are such a people pleaser. You know that?
I mean, bro is the answer. As Kingen is going to have to flash, that's the answer to survival in this particular moment. That's going to get him out of there.
I should have known. That was on me. I walked right into it. I heard Morgan. I was like, okay, this is still. And then Umti came like, oh,
Oh, no.
Oh, I know what's coming.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Clid, can you find Willa here? Because that would mean the one team fight.
Yeah, I
One
guess.
Sauron is sort of somewhat related to that. Is okay. Envy gonna get missed. Envy, it's your turn. Can you land Chains of Corruption to start this one off? As
Go in!
For the flank, gets into that back line, steals Emperor's Divide, throws them all back in. Immediately, the Heimerdinger has been taken down as Viper is still alive. He's going to be a big difference maker, but not if he has no front line to stand behind. Clid is still going to be there. Zeker is still alive. Viper's there. But now Liv Sandbox have taken away Kingen in life, and they should have run of the map.
Yeah, they should be able to pick themselves up at the very least. The Drake, I mean, I kind of wanted them to go for Baron. They can't because they don't want to give up the Ocean Soul, but this does mean that the actual impact of this amazing play coming through from Closer is just that. As no way.
I liked the zoom, though.
At the very least, they'll be able to take control of the. They should be able to take control of the pit, but this is where you see, I think, some of the inexperience. I would have loved if they had just sent 4 people to Baron, and then maybe a single person to Drake, right? Where you can still threaten it, or at least make sure the Hanwha doesn't get it. Because this play is beautiful, and I don't know if you're going to get another opportunity like this, right? Like, Closer is an incredible Azir, and we're seeing a couple version right here. The 2 Azir walls basically block up everything, so very nicely second to fight to make sure that the connection is dealt with appropriately as well. But now, Liv Sandbox have used a ton of cooldowns, flash down for Wheeler, Closer, and Envy, for a Drake.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
However, they now have all their ultimates back available once again. And,
Oh, Zeka!
is fighting Zeka. Yeah, he thought he might have had some sort of flank angle, but he's just dead. Will is going to lock down that
That's
kill, and now
huge.
4 versus 5. This Baron should go to Liv Sandbox very easily.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's a disaster.
They're gonna get it. Oh, you gotta keep Clid out of the pit.
Yeah, his smites have been pretty good. You can say what you want about Clid. Definitely nothing wrong
gonna
with
make it
his
in.
smites. All right, they're going to try and turn it here. Close is going to get taken down. The Baron does go to Liv Sandbox, sacrificing their mid lane. No mid lane for either team for the next little while, but still, Baron on 4, Liv Sandbox back in control.
And immediately Hanwha Life are gonna be able to snipe away this mid lane turret. And the difference maker to me has been Closer, right? Like on the
Yeah.
Silas, it's a big difference. Oh, Envy.
Yeah, they look for him, but Closer also finds Kingen in that back line as well. Zeka still yet to make it into the fight as
There comes
Clid
Willer!
is going to fall down. Kingen goes into the Dominus, and Viper has been taken already! Oh, Liv Sandbox have done it! Hanwha Life Esports are
be
just
game.
spread onto the ground. And Liv Sandbox is just going to push forward. Zeka is going to look on in horror as they lose their first series of 2023.
Protect that minion! That's the president! Keep him safe!
Well, they're also just going to look to try and pick up this kill. There's Emperor's Divides going in every direction. But as you were talking about, protect that minion indeed. This siege minion's so important to making this happen. A Conquering Sands will be enough to grab it, but the teleport will keep it alive. And these Nexus turrets are going to be taken down. That was the Chains of Corruption you wanted to hit. They'll complete the ace, and Liv Sandbox get the upset win.
What a moment here after getting completely dismantled. One of the worst games I've had to cast personally. They come in. Cool kids never panic, Atlas. And as it turns out, in this case, Liv Sandbox did not panic. They found the angles. This was, to me, actually a pretty hard POG vote because Closer and Birdle.
Closer, Birdle, and Willa also all had fantastic games.
Entire topside just playing so well. And Envy, he was not the main character today. Obviously, he had a really good Ezreal game, but he persevered. A bounce back against a team like Hanwha Life after the public humiliation that he suffered, to me, is incredible. And it seems like romance is not dead in 2023, Atlas.
And it's so weird because in Liv Sandbox's last game, last series, it was them getting embarrassed. And now I have to say, kind of embarrassing for Hanwha Life Esports, right? Like, this is not the team that you've put together to just have a middling performance in the LCK. It's a team you've put together to win. And if they continue playing like this, it's not going to be the case Bertle's family are here, so they are celebrating the
Oh
Lunar New
my
Year. They're just all
God.
doing it in LoL Park, and that is absolutely adorable.
And
Big shout out to the fans that made it out on this public holiday.
and I don't know what that. Maybe it's him saying like,
Be quiet.
calm down. We're gonna keep going like this. There's a lot of small victories. Obviously, it's just a single win, but for Sandbox, you know, this is a team of a lot of players that it feels like hasn't been kind of them. Envy lost her in the LCK was very clear a weakness. Their first game was rough. Bertle has really struggled with being.
많은데요. 지금 이경화 같은 경우는 G2의 아주 엽기적인 넥서스 앞에서의 스롱이라고 볼 수 있겠죠.
아 이거 백도어를 시도를 했는데 이거 실패를 한 영상인가?
Nexus starting to go low. Then the Dallas pushing in. Cutting in. Cat! No! No, Cat! He bounces! They almost got the kill! It's not enough! Mad Lions! Mad Lions have defeated G2!
아 서로 항상 이렇게 넥서스 어찌 보면 또 리그 오브 레전드 공성 게임이잖아.
그렇죠.
그러니까
파워를 깨야 되니까.
그 어떤 궁극의 어떤 그 목적을 가장 충실히 이행하는 리그라고 볼 수 있겠네. 아 그러면은 이 LEC가 이렇게 창의력이 넘치는 플레이를 하게 된 어떤 계기라든지 뭐 그런 근거들이 있나?
네, 아주 예전부터 창의적인 게이머들이 많기로 유명했어요. 그 기질이 리그 오브 레전드의 시작과 함께 넘어왔다? 이렇게 볼 수도 있을 것 같고요. 또 지역 리그 자체가 정규 리그를 단판제로 진행하다 보니 단판제를 위한 그때만 사용할 수 있는
바로 코드네임 LA입니다.
너가 LA야?
네,
사실 그 LA 같은 경우에는 그 LCS 같은 경우에는 그동안 국제 대회에서 그런 우리에게 큰 위협이 되는 그런 리그는 아닌데 그럼에도 불구하고 거기 담당하게 된 이유가 있을 거 아니야? 뭐 매력적인 리그인가?
매력 있죠. LPL 영상을 봤을 때 처음부터 끝까지 봐야 된다고 말씀드렸지 않습니까? 여기는 이제 LCS는 조금 거꾸로 봐야 됩니다.
뭐 이렇게 봐? 뭐 어떻게?
이제 어떤 매력이 있냐면
재밌었나 봐.
국장님 좋습니다.
자,
다시 돌아가서 그 영상에서는 누가 진짜 어떤 슈퍼플레이가 나올지 몰라서 끝까지 봐야 된다고 말씀드렸지만은 오히려 LCS는 어떤 실수를 할지 몰라서 처음부터 끝까지 다시 다 봐야 됩니다.
His ultimate. Yeah, Baron, I think, is dead at this point. Hakuo looking for a miracle. Oh, he got it! A missing shot this time.
Team fight, and that is something that is not that easy to pull off. Like that definitely.
Oh, wow! Deadly flourish! Sneaky volley!
사실은 프로 단계에서는 물론 나오긴 나오는데 거의 안 나오는 그런 장면들이 너무 많이 나온다는 거지.
그렇죠.
야, 너 웃었어 지금? 남의 리그 비웃는 거야, 베이징?
아닙니다.
크게 웃어. 크게. 근데 그럼에도 불구하고 어쨌든 좀 뭐 위협적인 게 있어? 좀 우리가 체크해야 될 게 있나?
LCS는 그래서 잃을 게 없습니다. 저도 잃을 게 없어요. 그래서 더욱더 실험적인 픽을 가져온다던가 새로운 픽을 가져온다던가 어떻게 보면은 심리적으로 조금 더 우위에 가지고 갈 수 있죠.
그러니까 LCS 같은 경우에는 잃을 것이 없기 때문에 오히려 심리적인 좀 부담도 덜고.
맞습니다.
다만 이제 LCS를 상대하는 다른 리그 측에서는 LCS에게 지면은 속된 말로 이제 개방심이니까.
맞습니다. 그리고 심지어 이제 LCS한테 한 판 진다는 것 자체가 8강 진출이 물음표가 된다는 사실이 너무
I
큰
really
거죠.
wanted the Silas, but not going to happen. Of course, this is BDD Syndra. This is what he managed to win their first game on. So he's
Yeah.
going to be taking that.
Is it Jax? Is it Jace? We don't have any other top. What?
Whoa! Okay,
We do
never
have other
mind.
top laners.
It's the Keen Urgot! And
It's the
this,
grab.
This is what he used to play all the time. He absolutely loved it. It became meta and he really got good at it and then just continued playing it. He didn't really stop. So shotgun knees back towards that top side. And let's see what Dundon's going to do. It's also blind Urgot, which is completely insane.
No. We have Cassante. So they're
Oh, right, yes, of course. So never mind. I got a little bit excited. So now we've got the Silas being picked up. Fiesta's going to be taking that into the Syndra. Not the greatest 1v1 matchup, but certainly a lot of great ultimates to throw out here for Fiesta.
I don't know how. If Keen picks it, then clearly he thinks it has a good matchup in the Cassante. I hope we get a lot of attention paid towards the top side because I
He'll
don't.
survive for now as he throws the chains out, but Dundon is just going to hijack him. Keen
Wait.
picks up the kill though, and now he's looking to turn it another disdain as he's almost killing 4 people by himself. In the meantime, the rest of KT are like, we'll take the turret. You guys do what you want, Keen. It's fine.
Ooh, and that's a toughie as to who that is more worth it for, because I do think that Keen had a shutdown on him, thanks to the farm advantage that he did have. But let's take a look at this play first, where Nongshim have teleport here on Dunyan, so they can actually fully commit to a 5v5. I think they were expecting the Urgot to still be towards the bot side of the map, and that's why Sylvie gets a little bit overexcited there as well, trying to connect.
Goes Golden. Fiesta now fighting him, but he's going to do the same thing here as Cuz flashes away. Fantastic scout of the week.
Vital.
But Vital just goes into the front line. I don't know about that, buddy. The bubble. Phenomenal here as the knockback from the Kazante, and Vital is still alive. They are definitely doing it, and Lehens, no options here whatsoever. It wasn't pretty, but it worked, and Nongshim get the ace.
And with the power of friendship, is that a good call? I don't know, Atlas, but it definitely worked, as Nongshim at the very least going to get themselves an inhibitor. Do not have Zeri, so I'm not going to call it over quite yet, but at the very least going to make a demanding lead up air. Wondering what they're going to try and go for the actual end, looks like.
Well, hate it.
I was laughing because that was the same 3 clips that we got for our first highlight, which...
We picked the good highlights, don't we?
It was huge, and...
Some Zeri voters over there? Some Zeri voters over there, huh? He did do a lot of damage, his KDA was good.
Well, probably, I mean, I do agree with it because that was probably one of the best game of the Zeri in LCK.
Third win of the season. We're on 3 wins now.
Might be onto something. Yes, the Zeri was part of the reason why they were able to win, so perhaps just a different point of view for those voters. But either way, guys, 8 out of 11, Sylvie still does get it, and we are done for the space here for the first game. Let's jump back to the casters for game number 2.
KT. But...
Oh, level 15.
Hey!
Backing. We'll pick up a stop
Hey!
at level 16. There we go.
he's emoting. He knew.
He's like, I got there.
He knew. Now what?
Well, now we play the game, Chronicler. Let's go. It's only 8,000 gold difference. And
It's just not.
yeah, and an Infernals.
It's just not playable. You can't throw. No, don't say that, Chronicler. Oh, who remembers KT's Gauntlet game against DRX?
Yeah, I do. I also remember Zyra being final chapter. They're looking
What?
for an opportunity. Fiesta's dashing forward. Lehens is in a bit of trouble, but now Cuz is wanting to turn it around. Sylvie has no real way of doing anything, but Fiesta goes golden. Out goes Sylvie once again. They almost managed to do something, but they're so extraordinarily far behind that it is just not enough. In the meantime, Wet Noodle fight on the top side of the map. Let's check that one out.
Why does
Cool.
Sylvie
That
have
was great.
2 arm guards? That's the thing that baffles me. Okay, he's changed it up. Well, game's over. It doesn't matter. As overall, Nongshim, a Hail Mary call. They were like, we're going to lose anyway. Might as well try as
Well,
goes in.
Yeah, Dundun looking for that opportunity.
Wait.
BDD goes down. Okay.
That's
An
big.
opportunity. Dundun might die, but he takes the Lulu first.
With Sivers taking
Yeah,
hold.
Civ is still alive. And Baron is down in 1 second. He's going to be spotted.
Is it Elder for Nexus, maybe?
Maybe, because Keen is already starting in that mid lane. Let's see what can happen here as Dundun is going to push back Cuz. He gets himself in there. It is going to be a 50-50 most likely. BDD does manage. Oh, the Elder was taken by the Sejuani this time. Now aiming is just melting everyone. It's a triple so far. Make it a quadra. And that is going to be the end of the game, but not the end of the series, Chronicler, as we get to do this one more time as KT and Nongshim are tied up.
Here I thought we brought challenger teams to the LCK, but it looks like the LCK teams were dragged down the challengers. I am serious. If that smite goes the way of Sylvie, Nongshim win that game. Like, they immediately kill everyone, they back, and then they win the game. I am... Oh, boy!
We should unleash Chronicler into the coaches.
On Jack, so that's nice at least, as Aiming is still alone.
The Heimerdinger gank.
Should be able to get out. Cleanses the Ignite.
Oh, Peter's flashing. Expected the Arcane Shift and then looked a bit silly. But I did like the idea there from Peter. That could have been a mega play.
I appreciate the confidence.
Right?
If that works... Oh, Lord.
Oh,
yeah, I don't think Cuz should go for this. Does have the passive, of course.
Yeah.
Let me look.
Well, Ward is going to be put in that
Only level 4, though.
Yeah, Peter gets out just fine. But I reckon Cuz could have stayed. We do have, of course, God vision, so it's fine. Let's have a look at this gank one more time.
Yeah, with Counter-Strike gone, there's nothing that is stopping Dunan from getting W'd. Will get taken down there. Nongshim as a whole is looking not great. This is much more akin to what we expected. KT with the anti-KT look bad in game 1.
Yeah.
And then look really good in the next 2 games.
They were like, oh, let's take a leaf out of T1's book because they won the series.
Yeah, smart.
And that felt way better. So
type of creativity that I really appreciate in teams.
Yeah. They just thought, like, maybe if we just lose game 1, then we'll win, and it'll be fine. And so that is what's happening right now, at least for the moment, as Vital cleans up this wave, but may just lose another plate here. 12 minutes on the clock. Still a couple of minutes to grab a few more of these plates if they would like to. Essence Reaver complete here for aiming. Going for the non-mythic version of the Ezreal.
There's just not a lot happening for Nongshim, but that's bad.
Yeah, because like it's only getting worse top lane. Like Keen's currently like, 41 CS ahead. This is the 3rd plate. Yeah.
It's an okay trade.
Oh, that scout of the week was really cute from Fiesta. Okay, we'll see whether it's actually going to mean the kill as Let's Bounce came through for 1 knock-up, and now they need to kill the Bloblets. BDD trying to fight it, trying to defend his jungler, but it's not going to work. Lahens trying to stop Peter here, but the turrets are going to be able to push him away as in goes Sylvie. That spacing from BDD, just extraordinary, and Sylvie looks real silly.
Yeah, gonna go down there. Well done by BDD. Even if he does hit that, I don't know if they can actually get the kill as a whole. It's individual this time around.
Yeah. BDD. Yeah, BDD just gonna get the flash from Dundun. And Dundun, I mean, honestly, looking at the player cam, he looks a little bit annoyed, but I don't think it's bothering him too much. Maybe he's frustrated that he hasn't died 7 times yet, so he can't play the game.
That might be it, yeah. This is, of all the Jax games, aiming also doesn't really work as...
Dundun? All right, Kane's gonna Dominus. Finds a Ruthless Predator. He might just die. Manages to cull the Meek as, oh my goodness, it was a 1v1. Oh, Dundun, you've been robbed. The leap strike's fantastic. Ruthless Predator comes in again, and BDD gets the kill. But I think in our hearts, Dundun won that. Lahan's going to get caught out of position. Vital gets some revenge here as Sylvie's in trouble, aiming. Great positioning right now as he chases them down. Ooh. But Cuz, Elastic Slingshot, he's very low, and yeah, I think it makes a bit of sense that he's decided to cancel that one.
Here's the secret.
What's the secret?
Dundun isn't worth any money. That would make a lot more sense. They have spotted him. They know Dundun is coming.
All right, Kane finding an angle here as Sylvie off to the side. Not spotted just yet. Winter's Wrath coming in. Control Ward, not long for the world.
Dundun is on a deep flank, but he's a man with a mission, but I don't know if it's the right mission. Drake definitely gone, so it's all about the fight.
Yeah. Sylvie biding his time. Cuz smites it away, and Dundun, I'll go back to lane.
Finally! Will it happen?
Well, this run warp right in the middle of the lane will take them to the Baron.
No!
Oh dear. It's not happening. Teleport to come forward here as everyone wants to get amongst it. It's double.
They're leading very nicely. Not going to catch Keen here either. And overall, I think KT in perhaps the most KT way possible are about to take the victory here over Nongshim. It took KT to a 1-1 scoreline, and it's slow, it's steady, but it gets the job done, and that's all that matters.
No, absolutely. And I think that KT did a really good job getting their mental back in order after that first loss, because this is a team full of players that have been affected emotionally by losses in the past, right? So this is definitely good learnings. Not the cleanest of series, but the last 2 games have been all KT the entire time. And they really 3, but Nongshim finally getting a victory. It might be one singular game, but I think that if you watch them during Challenger, if you've become a fan of this squad that have been playing together for so long, then you're going to be very, very happy with that, because KT is a team with so much more experience under their belt, and Nongshim taking a game is huge.
I think we're also seeing something that a lot of these teams are learning, which is if you play a slow and steady game against any of the challenger teams, you're probably going to be fine. The issues arise when they try to skill check, because if there's one thing that you might not know if you don't watch challengers, it's very aggressive.